All right, so in our final segment, let's talk about what's coming. It looks like we have avoided burning down of cities, at least so far. It looks like everybody is behaving themselves. Congratulations on that on all sides. And is it true? How many people believe that they are going to come and try to put him in jail, which they have been threatening to do? But there's some new news on this today. Who wants to take that?
Yeah, according to an ABC report, Jack Smith, the special counsel, is in talks with the Department of Justice on how to drop the prosecutions against Donald Trump. He cited a longstanding precedent that says that sitting presidents aren't prosecuted for crimes. But in my opinion, that's just a fluffy way of saying, yeah, we took our shot and it didn't work.
Yeah,
so we got to try to save face here.
Right. And isn't that what they said? They blamed Donald Trump. They said that he won't be prosecuted because he'll have just, an open lane to do whatever he wants. Well, no, you're giving him that lane. If you really believed this was a crime, why wouldn't you pursue that now?
This is a little bit too like the director of The Joker saying, we're not going to make another sequel. Yeah, we know, buddy. We know there's not another one coming here. I mean, this was all going to be...
They shouldn't have made the last one.
Exactly. They're not going. This is all going to go away anyway. As soon as Trump gets into office, he was going to make the first thing he was going to do was dissolve every one of these efforts. So, a lot of this is similar to what the attitude I think you're getting from the left today. They've realized they don't have a way to challenge this election, so they've decided to take the next best thing, which is let's try to grab the high road. Remember, they were the ones challenging. They were the ones out in the streets. Let's grab the high road.
Right.
I mean, you know how long that lasts, Glenn. I think it's smart. I think, there is, if you have a strategy, it's probably a good one. But typically what seems to happen with the activists that live beneath the surface of the Democratic Party and the left movement, they don't have all that much patience for that type of activity. And remember, the big pushback for Trump was, remember the Women's March in 2017? They waited a few weeks. So don't get too excited. We'll see what happens around the corner.
Correct. Let me play, let's see here. It is cut, shoot. Here it is, cut 12 on talking about what's coming next. Cut 12, listen to RFK.
You say clearing out the corruption in your terms. Would that mean clearing out the top level federal service workers that are currently at the FDA and the CDC?
In some categories, I would say.
What does that look like? Yeah,
in some categories of workers, there are entire departments, like the nutrition departments at FDA, that have to go. That are not doing their job. They're not protecting our kids. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country that have 18 or 19 ingredients, and you go to Canada and it's got 2 or 3?
Fruit Loops have 3 ingredients in Canada. Is that a true story? That can't possibly be
What
accurate.
would those ingredients be?
I know,
no,
sugar, and sugar. Wait.
No, there are 3 ingredients. I did an episode on this. I don't remember what they were, Stu. But I did an episode on this. There are several ingredients that are in American foods that are banned in Canada, banned in Europe. And for some reason, we just add them here. But our food is has many more chemicals in it than they have in the rest of the world, they allow in the rest of the world.
Isn't that true of McDonald's, too?
Yes.
That there are chemicals in McDonald's in the United States that don't exist in McDonald's in Europe and in Asia?
Yeah.
You start screwing with my McDonald's, I'm going to vote for Kamala.
You don't want the beef tallow fries back?
I want more ingredients, more chemicals put into all of our foods. No, it's funny that, I don't think Fruit Loops, my guess is no matter how many ingredients you put in them, they're not going to be healthy. That's not but it's going to be interesting to see how Trump manages all this, because he's brought in a lot of people with much divergent views. They helped. That coalition is really an exciting one, but also going to be an interesting, way. He's going to have to be a conductor over a very interesting orchestra. A lot of, Tulsi Gabbard has much different views than Donald Trump does on a lot of different issues. But if he's able to kind of pick those ones that he agrees with and keep them in their very narrow lanes, he mentioned this on the Joe Rogan interview with RFK Jr. I don't want him anywhere near the environment. If he's able to actually stick to that stuff and manage it, it's there's obviously a larger coalition that can be built.
Yeah,
here.
I woke up and the first thing that I posted on X this morning was, Mr. President, tear down this insert three-letter agency. I don't care which three-letter agency. You can pick your favorite at home. It's a play-along game. But this is the thing that gets me the most fired up is this is the best chance that we have ever had to reduce the size of the federal government. If we can't do it now, I don't know when it's going to happen, but this is the group. This is, again, everybody looks at this and says, okay, this is the time. Yeah. And I mean, I don't care how much sleep I have or have not had. This will get me fired up, and we can get through at least until January on no sleep with all this, knowing that that's a possibility.
Abolish the administrative state. That'll keep us going.
Amen. Amen. The media, are they going to do any kind of self-reflection? Are they humble enough to see the part, the role that they have played in this? There's a Brian Stelter CNN column here. Donald Trump's return to power is a hinge point for the American media in ways big, small, and to be determined. His defeat of Kamala Harris is raising questions about the media's credibility, influence, and audience. Some of the questions may not be answerable for years. But journalists are asking each other, what does this red wave election say about the information environment in the United States? The hours after Trump won the re-election on Tuesday, some of his loyalists asserted that his victory is a complete repudiation of the news media. For some time on Wednesday morning, the Federalist lead headline was not about Trump. It was about the corporate media industrial complex being 2024's biggest loser. This is exactly the way I see this. But what does it say about the information environment in the United States? No. It's not the information environment. It is the those who are holier than thou sitting with their degrees from Columbia Journalism School that just think they know better than everyone else and have been lying to us. They have to be smarter than the lies that they're telling. There's no way they actually believe those things. Are they going to be humble enough to turn this around?
I think the only shot of that is if they just realize it's ineffective. And that actually might be bad for the country if they realize that. I don't think that they're going to actually be self-reflective on telling the truth, but I think they might realize that just saying Hitler over and over again is not going to work. They're going to have to change their approach. That could make them dangerous, honestly.
Elon said, you are the media now. That's the biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
It is.
Thank you, Elon.
Guys, thank you. Yeah. Thank you to a lot of people. Elon is one of them.